Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment just to watch what is now Tropical Storm Beryl into the Gulf of Mexico. And it already looks like a monster and has anywhere from, I'd say, 50 to 80 hours to intensify in the Gulf of Mexico. Miracles are still possible. I would not depend on them. Look at all this lightning happening up here, down here, and even in the tropical storm. This is quite the situation, and the Lieutenant Governor of Texas said you basically need to be wherever you're going to be by early Monday morning. Where this is going to go, nobody knows. Could be anywhere from the very north of Mexico into Louisiana. And everywhere along the Texas coast is technically on hurricane watch, in my opinion. And if we check out the precipitable moisture chart, we have that other low system behind it, and then another little low from precipitable moisture up there. So it looks like behind the hurricane, there will definitely be more moisture headed somewhere into the Gulf of Mexico along the coasts. See that? It's definitely something to watch. The Icon has been doing decent with this storm, but it brings kind of a worst case scenario for Galveston and Houston and even parts down here as it gets to the coast, and then it moves northeast, which would bring hurricane impacts all the way across Galveston, Houston, into Lake Charles and East Texas. This has been my 13th red alert video in a row since June 26th. So hopefully everyone has planned and prepared properly. Although technically this situation is so weird, wild, and unpredictable, there's no way to super plan properly because we don't know where this thing is going to go or land. Like I said, anywhere from like here to here are still in play, in my opinion. And some models have been showing a landfall closer to Houston. And the last thing the Lake Livingston Dam needs is more rain. They were out making repairs today. Last week, the Trinity River Authority issued a potential failure watch due to damage spotted by the day the derecho hit. So they're trying to make repairs before Beryl gets there. Wisconsin residents have been told to evacuate before dam collapses. Residents in Wisconsin must evacuate immediately due to the imminent collapse of the Manawa Dam, which has suffered significant damage. And the north central USA and parts of Canada have been getting hit hard and suffered multiple cases of bridge and damage failure, along with really bad floods. Yeah, this is Asteroid Fight Club Hurricane Season 2024 in full effect. And look at this track move. You got record-breaking, excessive, elongated heat waves along the west coast of the USA. The Gulf is August hot in July, which is bad news for possible rapid intensification of Tropical Storm Beryl. Miracles are still possible, but at this point, I'd be prepared just in case we do get a worst-case scenario. Although technically, with Russian submarines, nuclear submarines off the coast, the worst case possible is that like Category 5 Hurricane Beryl hits Houston at the exact time that Russia nukes the USA. That'd be like a worst case scenario, but the odds of that are like way less than 1, but they're not 0. Strange days, man. Asteroid Fight Club, please do what you can to avoid World War III and prevent civil war in the US of A. Yeah, models are almost ineffective at this point, and it's best to just watch. Although as of right now, it is still just headed west. So you got a lot of heat pushing a lot of moisture. Holy smokes, there's a lot of moisture in the Atlantic and in the Gulf. Almost looks like it has 2 heads. That's not good. And if there are people manipulating the weather, trying to hit us with hurricanes, those guys are jerks. Man, it's 120 in Lake Havasu. That's hot. And what if there are multiple groups battling for weather control supremacy? That'd make everything extra unstable. On top of a total solar eclipse year that went over Texas, Mexico, and many other states in the US of A. Definitely buckle up. This is an asteroid which became a meteor, and possibly a meteorite earlier, or it's UFO. It is one of the weirder looking asteroids that I've seen. Strange days indeed, yo. So try to stay cool through it all, no matter what happens. All right. And you had a super major, mega, massive tornado touch down in the city of Dongming, Shandong. That's a lot of dongs. In China. They went through a city, which is usually rare. So yeah, it's always a good time to pray for world peace, in my opinion. That was Quasar. Oh, also, Mount Etna is super lit. And I think Stromboli is too. That's super lit. Or I guess just kind of litty lit. Here's more footage of that giant tornado moving through the city in China. Whoa. The giant sunspot on the backside of the sun kind of looks like an angry tiger. And the overall low pressure system here around the 7th is super wild looking on the GFS. You know, in my opinion. You've been getting major massive flooding in Ruidosa. So yeah, strange days indeed. Definitely stay weather woke and play defense. And this is the GFS on the 7th. So which would be 48 hours from now. So the lower it goes, the sooner, and the higher, the longer. But you already knew that. This is relative humidity. And this is the misery index, which definitely is a lot of heat and then a hurricane. Whoa, ay caramba. All right, so have a good weekend. Try to have some fun amongst all the chaos in the world out there, as wild as that sounds. And stay cool. All right. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon.
So here we go again.
Wave after wave after wave.